Well, straight in there. First view of the night and first like of the night. That must be a record. Hello and welcome along to January's Q&A session where you can ask me mostly anything within reason on any topic. So a bit of a unscripted event. So I hope you guys are well. Looking forward to hearing from some of you and seeing where the stream takes us, because as has been proven, this can take us in any direction. Done a couple of these and they both went well. And in case you're wondering, that's the address for my other YouTube channel that I've put on the screen, my wrestling channel. So if you would like to sub, if you haven't already, then please click on that link and sub. Share it as well if you feel like it. I guess even if you're not a wrestling fan, if you want to support my stuff, then you can sub anyway, because it all helps. And I'll just wait for the first person to comment. And the first question. Hey, Anthony. Thought you might be the first person. How's it going? Just give me a sec. Probably doesn't make a great deal of difference, but put a bit of extra light in the background. How are you today? Fingers crossed, should be a few of us tonight, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not bad. About the same. By the way, for those of you who checked out my latest Chill and Adventures review, you may notice I added a bit of music and a picture. And it's something I started doing with a few of my videos. I did it with my latest wrestling video, where I added a few pictures and an opening bit of music. So it's something I'm going to do from time to time, hopefully more regularly, to sort of jazz things up and give a bit more character to the videos. And I may use clips as well occasionally. Well, the lockdown was no surprise. It's been coming for a while, and they've put it off as long as they can. It was really, really getting ridiculous. But yeah. So yeah, fire away with any questions. Anthony or anyone else? Yeah, Mahensa. Been a while since she's been on. It's a Q&A, but we can really talk about anything. Like, we can just talk generally is what I mean. Um, I don't mind, really, because it's up to you in a way. Could start with something film or TV related if you want. But if you want to pick something else, that's fine. I've seen Soul. I've not seen Onward. Soul I liked, but I think I might get more out of it on the second viewing. Okay. That's probably an unpopular opinion because I think most people are really raving about Soul, whereas I think the reviews were more mixed for Onward. So I'll let you know when I see Onward. Soul took a bit of time getting into, but once I got into it, I really liked it. Well, maybe, but hmm. Well, maybe, but then there's no reason why Onward wouldn't be you know. I mean, maybe Soul came out at the right time in the sense that it's like the end of a terrible year. So people wanted something like that uplifting. Hey, Mahensa, how are you? Thanks for coming. Yeah, the voice casts were really good with Soul as well. Okay. Hitting me with the metaphors. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. How's studying going? Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess the annoying thing about that is whenever you're, hitting the books big time, you sort of want that time to yourself, don't you, to get out and do something. And obviously, it's very hard at the moment with lockdown to do that. But yeah, good luck with it all. Do you? I've seen the first three episodes. Um, I'm taking it slow just because I'm reviewing it for the channel, as you can see. Um, so yeah, when you're reviewing something for a channel like that, you can't really sort of binge through it. But yeah, first three reviews are up on the channel now for you guys to check out. As I was saying earlier, I added a bit of music and an image to my latest review. Yeah, I mean, I can see how it is one of those shows that you could binge. There you go. Well, it's a bit like Stranger Things. There's some people who, when the new season of Stranger Things hits, they all just binge it all in one night. I guess I'm a bit more traditional. I prefer to space things out because then I think it means a bit more, like the plot developments and like the big cliffhangers. I think if you rush through it too fast, you don't absorb it as much. But yeah, no, I do like a good binge as well. But I think the shows I tend to binge are shows I've already seen or that I know that I like. So if we're like working through a box set and it's a show we've already seen, we'll normally watch about 3 or 4 episodes each night. You know, I did that with the last rewatch of Buffy. And I did that with Mad Men. You know, all 7 seasons of Mad Men we watched last summer. And we probably watched it in about 6 weeks. I think probably after this one, this Q&A, I think maybe I'll do them on a theme next time. I'll think of a theme. Well, I get that too, Mahensa. I think it depends on the show. I think, you know, with a show like The Wire, I mean, there's no way you're going to be binging that. You need space to breathe between episodes. Yeah. Well, I'll have a think for next time. I mean, obviously, you can suggest a theme. Pardon. I will at some point, Mahensa. There's still lots of shows for me to see Anthony in. You know, I mean, I recently signed up for the Stars Plus deal, which is like 99 cents for 3 or 4 months. And there's a lot of shows on there to check out. Like they've got all the seasons of Fringe on there. So, and that's a show I hear good things about. So I'll be checking that out at some point. How long or what, Mahensa? There's no way of knowing, Anthony. You would hope not, because of now we've got these vaccines, but there's still a lot of grey areas with the vaccines. You know, they're not 100%. You know, it's not guaranteed they'll work. and then it's if everyone comes forward for them. And the problem at the moment is that the cases are spiraling out of control anyway. So it's kind of, they have to play catch up. And it's a case of if they're going to roll them out fast enough, or have a clear plan. Like, for example, yeah, sorry, I'll get to you in a minute, Mahensa. For example, they should be giving them to school teachers so that kids can return to school, rather than doing this really slow rollout thing. But anyway, I think that's enough virus talk for one night. Right, the Wire episodes. It's not that they're long, Mahensa. It's just The Wire is that sort of show. It's very slow paced, and it's sort of quite hard hitting, and it's not sort of a fun type watch. It's not like a really kind of edge of your seat style thriller type watch. So it has its own particular language, The Wire. So I think you're going to struggle to really binge a show like that. And binging probably isn't the way to watch The Wire. The HBO style shows where they're like an hour each episode and they're quite meaty and hard hitting. I think you sort of do them one at a time, one or two maybe a night. I mean, I guess it's different if you've seen the show. Because 6 Feet Under, which is one of my favourite shows ever, when I do a rewatch of that now, we just tend to watch 3 or 4 episodes a night because we've seen it several times. But yeah. I'm not sure The Wire you could do that with. Right, okay, Anthony's question. Well, it's terrible, isn't it? It's absolutely disgraceful. And if anyone wanted any further proof why Trump shouldn't be president anymore, it's been proven this week. And yeah, that's all there is to say about that, really. 6 Feet Under we've got on DVD. I originally saw some of it when it was on TV. Yeah, 5 people, I think. 5 innocent people. Yeah, it's horrible. No, I've not seen the white chicks mimes. Yeah, 6 Feet Under I first saw on Channel 4, around the time it was first on. And I'd heard a bit of buzz for it. And I kind of saw random episodes from probably like the 3rd or 4th season. And I started getting into the characters. And then we watched more. And then we just got the whole box set. Oh, hey, Daniel, how's it going? It might be on Prime. You'll have to check. Hopefully it'll be streaming somewhere. I can't remember if it's on Prime. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I mean, it'll be on HBO Max, which at some point should be available in this country because HBO, it's a HBO show. The lights are so weird on here. Oh yeah. I've seen some of Upload. I've not seen Truth Seekers, but I want to check it out because it's obviously Nick Frog, Nick Frog, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's new show. So that's probably worth a look. I've not heard Kanye and Jeffree news. If you mean Kanye West, I'm assuming it's something to do with him maybe getting a divorce. Yeah, we've just gone into lockdown this week. Jeffree Star, I have no idea who that is. But sounds like a guy to me, and as far as I know, Mr. West wasn't bisexual. They're both men. Okay. I mean, not that I'm being homophobic. I mean, I just didn't know he. Mm, okay. I mean, there's always the possibility that it's, it's something that they've staged for a bit of publicity. Mm. Yeah, I don't know why it's highlighted Daniel's message there. Slayer the girl. Yeah, it's Faith, the other Slayer. YouTube's so sensitive. Such edgy words there. Slayer the girl. Well, clearly Anthony, but bit of common sense there. How did you know what? What? Because he's been watching. Oh, yeah, because he's been watching Buffy season 3. That's how he knows. Okay, there's my other channel for anyone who wants to sub who hasn't. My wrestling channel. Click on the link. I only have 2, Mohensa. It's because I was starting to do some wrestling reviews anyway, so I just thought it made more sense to start up another channel. Tricky one, Daniel. I don't like current WWE because I think it's shit, but I've liked them in the past. I grew up watching, WWF, WCW. I would say my least favorite thing about lockdown is the lack of freedom and the uncertainty. Ironically, my favorite thing is that in another way it does give me a bit more freedom. And it means I can sort of focus on stuff like this more. And I can relax a bit more. But, yeah. I think they should have the Oscars as long as it's not in front of a live audience. I mean, if they did like a virtual Oscars or something like that, then I guess it's fine and they take the precautions. I don't think they should have a live ceremony this year. I mean, it's obviously even worse in the States than it is over here. So they've moved them to April anyway, but the likelihood of them being ready by April to have a ceremony is unlikely. Vlogs I've considered. I don't know if it's my style, I think I'm more comfortable doing, the review type videos or the live streams. But I might consider it. I need to get myself a camera. I guess more freedom just because it's got the job centre off my back, Amphenin, and there's not some, if I can spit it out, not as much pressure on that end. Well, not really, Amphenin, because that's why they've extended the date to April, because they're you're getting double the films this year because you're getting ones that were pushed back from last year. So there will be extra films. And I don't know, whether I would say because of the pandemic, it's been a weaker year. It's just a lot of the big movies haven't come out. Okay. Yeah, you get into some really good episodes now, Daniel. And Faith has a really good arc as well over both shows, really. Well, no, because there's still been films out, Mahensa. It's just they've all been released on streaming services. Well, most of them. So no, they were like, what's it called, Mank, the David Fincher film. That was just released on Netflix before Christmas. So that's, I think, being talked up as one of the favourites for Best Picture. I mean, it's a bit hard for me to judge because I found it quite difficult getting into the swing of seeing films at home. I mean, obviously, when the cinemas opened again, I did go cinema quite a bit. Even then, not as much as I would. I don't know. I guess if there were certain films which I did for the channel, I would watch them at home, but I don't know. A fair bit to catch up on. No, not yet. So I'm going to wait for that to come on streaming. No, not really. I'm not big on period dramas. I tend to steer clear of them, but if if it was a good cast, a good director, and if it looked like something a bit different from your bog standard period drama, then I wouldn't not watch one. I think it all depends, but probably period dramas is something I tend not to bother with. Unless they're doing something a bit different, because I just think it's just been done before and it's just not my favourite genre in a way. Yeah, I'll give that a try, Daniel. It's either going to be great or terrible. It's that sort of thing, really. I think the problem with that sort of film is that just adding zombies into a period story like that, it just feels like a bit of a gimmick. So it sort of could go either way. Closest thing to real magic? Hmm, I don't know. I mean, obviously, the way technology has advanced, some of that is, the closest thing to real magic, but I don't know if I would like to pick something out. Oh, right, okay. It's like I'm being tested by Google then. Well, stigma, I would say stereotypes, racism. I mean, racist stereotypes, kind of gender stereotypes. Now, I think those are the worst stigmas in a way. And I think just some assumptions in a way, people jump into conclusions without the right information, or people sometimes being too guided by something they read in a newspaper rather than, standing back and thinking, okay, is that really what's happening? Is that reality? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're praying to the choir here because I'm a social recluse, so I normally go to cinema by myself. Not always, sometimes I go with someone, but a lot of times I do. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of 3D in general, and because I'm not used to wearing glasses, I don't really like wearing the glasses. There are some films that work in 3D, and that's fine, but it's the actual, the obligation of having to put on glasses to watch a film. It is Mahensa. I think a lot of that can be down to the media and just how intense, news coverage and that is now. No, no, I agree with you, Anthony. I mean, with cinema, part of the point is that you're escaping reality anyway. And I mean, it's nice to go with someone and you can talk about the film afterwards, but yeah, no, it doesn't matter if you don't. Hmm. I think sometimes maybe stuff which I haven't paid for in the past. So in a way, I've sort of got used to not paying for it, or it's something which I feel I shouldn't have to. Like, normally, if you get a new computer, you have all these things you have to, sign up to, and most of them you have to pay for, like word processing. I mean, with this new computer, I've got free Word for a year, but normally you have to pay for that now. Toilets, when you go to London, like on the train station, you have to pay for the toilets. Even round here, there's a local like toilet that you have to pay for. Stuff like that is just crazy having to pay. That is greed because there's no way they can justify that. Hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you a story actually. Once when I was in London and I went to the toilet and they charge whatever it is, it's like 30p or something. And no one was looking because you've got like the cleaner guy in there, but he wasn't looking. And I sort of just jumped over the barricade because I said, no, I'm not paying. And he saw me and he made a comment. And I said, well, can you blame me? Yeah, it's central London. I mean, it's possible I didn't have the change. I can't really remember, or I might have just done it because no one was looking, and obviously I resent paying. Also, I just love the fact that a cleaner was frowning upon me. It's like, why does he care? He's still getting paid at the end of the day. It's no big thing for him. Yeah, I don't think it was St Pancras. I can't remember where it was. Do I like shows? Do you mean like stage shows, or what sort of shows do you mean? Oh, I'm drinking Coors Light. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm not a big stage guy, but no, I enjoy a good show. Hmm, tricky. I had some good teachers. Um, And so I guess they were interesting because they made the classes interesting. Craziest, I mean, pardon. I mean, I've had teachers with little quirks. And there was this one teacher who, at college, he was quite a good teacher actually, and you could talk to him, but there were times when he kind of went off on a bit of a rant and was a bit strange and a bit harsh. And there's certain teachers, I mean, the worst teachers I've had are maybe, well, obviously ones that weren't very good at, including you in the class and making it interesting, but also the ones who were kind of just harsh for the sake of being harsh. Okay, good luck with the move, Daniel. Craziest conversation. I don't know. I'm not sure I've ever heard a really crazy one. I think you always have that thing where you overhear like half a conversation and it sounds weird, but it probably only sounds weird because you haven't heard the rest. So I've definitely had those moments where I've sort of thought, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, I was home for Christmas one time in Peterborough and I was walking the dog and I overheard this guy who was getting like animated to someone on the other end of the phone. And it was something about, he was saying, oh, you put me here, sort of thing. And I got the impression he was like a criminal who they'd moved into like witness protection or something. But that might have just been me reading too much into it. Oh yeah, that's crazy, Mahensa. What a nut job. I will tell you actually, because I just remembered one experience I had with a teacher at college. Um, it was this guy, and we had like a tutorial, and he did this thing when he asked me the date, and he started reading it out, and obviously he did it like with like the numbers, and he started off with like the day, the number of the day, and I thought he had finished, so I sort of nodded. And then he kept going and he just looked at me with a really intense look. So then the next day, when I was sitting in like, the break area, I was telling someone else about it and I just said he was really intense. And I was just joking about, but he overheard it and he came out and just had this like, yeah, this sort of deadly serious expression. Um, and I just looked at the girl and I was like, I don't hear it, I don't know. And then for a while after that, because he definitely heard it, I think, because he was sitting in the in like the staff room, and I think the door might have been open, so he definitely heard it. So for a while after that, he was just sort of funny with me, and I'm pretty sure for an essay he gave me a lower grade just because he had this issue with me. Um, because I was pretty sure that essay I did was worth at least like the next grade up. Um, and then he sent it away because they have to send it away to be like double marked. And I ended up getting the higher grade. So obviously I can't prove this, but I reckon he just did it because he was mad at me. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure he's heard much more than that. Much worse. You know, because I didn't even mean it in a malicious way. I mean, okay, I was mocking him a bit, but it certainly wasn't anything horrible I was saying. But yeah, that's a story. He was actually a good teacher, and apart from that stuff, I got on with him all right. But yeah, I definitely think he heard me, and for a while, because there was another incident with him dressing me down basically in front of another student. You know, he came in because I was talking to someone else in like the break area, and he came storming in and gave me a dressing down about an essay. So stuff like that, it's yeah, totally unprofessional. I wish I'd complained about that one actually. Okay, what have we got? I think I've lost it now, but I think Daniel asked me, do I like, oh yeah, there it is. Do I like Haley Steinfeld or David Hasselhoff? Where did you get that pairing from? That is so random. Well, I like Haley Steinfeld. I guess I like Hasselhoff in like a goofy macho way. He's kind of entertaining as a goofball, but whether I actually like him, I don't know. I remember enjoying Knight Rider as a kid because I was the right age, and Baywatch for obvious reasons. When you say what has been blown out of proportion, what do you mean? In what sense? Do you mean something that's happened in the media, you know, in politics, or do you mean something that's happened in my life, like an event? Well, I mean, obviously with Brexit, there was a lot of um, I can't. Well, yeah, they did exaggerate a lot of the stuff around it, but some of it was flat out lies. I mean, the stuff on the bus with that amount of money was really a plain lie. Um, I mean, you get stuff in tabloids. Obviously, when they attack the Labour Party, for example, and they make, the Labour leader out to be like the devil, and yet, you know, there's none of that when it comes to the Tory leader. Um, they either present him or her as coming up like roses, or they'll just cover it up. They won't talk about it. They'll put something else on the front page. Try and think what else. I mean, there's certain stuff you see in the media about. I mean, not exaggerated, but sometimes stuff with people getting drunk or getting high or having a good time at a party. It's sort of twisted, and sometimes I think it can depend on who's doing it. But I think sometimes with women, if they're kind of having a good time and it appears in a newspaper, it gets twisted and you get things like saying it's like unladylike. Whereas if it's a man, then it's just like, oh, it's a boy being a boy, that sort of thing. It doesn't really get reported in the same way. And I guess sometimes if it's a celebrity, it's more extreme, the coverage. Yeah, I know who Harry Styles is. See, that one proves that you're definitely getting these off Google. I don't think you would ask me, do I know who Harry Styles is otherwise? She said she was earlier, Mahensa. No, Daniel, because oh yeah, I didn't mean about that, Mahensa. I just meant that she was getting the question off Google for me because she said she was getting questions off Google. I'm impressed that she didn't know who Harry Styles is. What bliss that must be. Hang on. I can't show you my room, Daniel, just because this is the bed. This is, sorry, the living room, and my bedroom's, the other end. And I've got a big Apple computer, so I can't really carry it through. So, sorry. Catherine MC, Namar or something, the actress from The Stand. Yeah, I've watched the first episode, Daniel. I did a review for the channel actually, which you can check out. Um, yeah, first episode was okay, not bad. They go up once a week in the UK, so the new one went up today, so should be a review later in the week. Well, that's true, Mahensa. And I might do vlogging. Website. I don't really have a website apart from, the like the social media accounts I use, like this one. Oh, hey, Becca. Fresh blood. Well, I've done this before, Becca, if you remember. It's just you guys can ask me any question on any subject. Within reason. Next time I'm thinking of doing it on the theme, though. No, not yet. I might do it at some point. I've posted some videos on Instagram, but I've not done a live one yet. Yeah, TV or movies. TV, I'm looking forward to The Underground Railroad, which is by the director of Moonlight. That's got potential. If it comes back this year for the last season, I'm looking forward to Better Call Saul season 6, which will be the last season. I think there's a chance it might come out late in the year, so I'm really looking forward to that if it comes out. I'm going to assume that the David Lynch show will be next year because they're supposed to be starting that in May. So I think that's unlikely to come out this year. But I'll assume it won't. And then if it does, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Stranger Things, obviously, definitely. Stranger Things 4. Line of Duty, I'm looking forward to. There's some new shows as well I've seen. I mean, WandaVision, I'm intrigued by. I know there was Motherland as well, which I've enjoyed what I've seen. There's a new series of that. Film, I'm looking forward to One Night in Miami, the Regina King film, which comes out this week, actually, this Friday. I'm looking forward to. I mean, obviously, there's some stuff that I'm just intrigued to see, like Kong versus Godzilla, because you've got to see it just for the spectacle, really. There's that Francis McDormand film. Is it called Normland? That looks like it could be good. The Bond film definitely is one you've got to check out, whether it's good or bad. A Quiet Place 2, definitely, because I loved the first one. And it's the same director, so fingers crossed he can work the magic again. There's certain things like the Top Gun movie, you know, the sequel. I think that could be good fun. I know it's got one of the Mission Impossible directors involved, so I think him working with Cruise again could sort of capture the spirit of the original. Halloween Kills as well. That's another one where it could end up being terrible, but I'm a big, you know, horror fan, so a big release like that, I'm always going to be down for seeing. PlayStation or Xbox? I'll go PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation's the one that I've played more, because that's the one I played growing up. I've never owned an Xbox. I think I've played it with other people, Xbox. But, so I'll go for PlayStation. It's a good question, Anthony. I don't know. I don't know. It's tricky. I mean, without getting too political, I mean, I would just answer that with some basic stuff about the royal family and stuff, and about the government, but you know, I mean, stuff like that. It's pretty predictable, and it's just my opinion. But no, there's obviously certain things. But whether I can nail down something that everybody knows is true, but they don't admit, I'm not sure. Manipulative the most. I mean, I've been quite lucky in that sense. And I guess it's always that thing of you can't always tell if they're manipulating you. And I guess if you can, then maybe you've got them sussed out anyway. So it might not matter. But yeah. Yeah, I do have an answer, but it's a bit too personal, so I won't say it. Okay, the next one. Yama has seen Ja. That's probably nowhere near. The silliest thing you've seen someone get upset over. Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. No, I don't know. I can't think of one. I mean, there's silly shit you see all the time, in the news and stuff, and things that get blown out. I mean, I do have a story actually with a friend, which a friend of mine told, and it actually concerns the soon-to-be ex-president, because he owns a golf course in Scotland, and my friend's dad, like, was the editor of a golf magazine in New York, and they did a list of like the top 10 golf courses, and Trump's was on the list, but it was about, I don't know, like seventh or something like that. And Trump must have seen the list. Okay. Because he phoned up my friend's dad and got really upset over it. So that right there is something. I've not seen it yet, Becca, because it hasn't come out yet in this country. I'm guessing it's another one that got pushed back because of the pandemic. Seemingly innocent question. I don't know. Huh. I think it would have to depend on the situation, the context. Because sometimes if you think it's a weird question for that sort of conversation, or if it comes out of nowhere, it may seem weirder than another time, but no, I don't know. Oh, I'm sure he did, Becca. Well, I will check, but I don't. I'm pretty sure it's not been released in the UK yet. But I will check Amazon. Okay. Maybe. Maybe, Becca. It's not always my sort of thing, that, but yeah, I might give it a look. Okay. A few more minutes, I think, then I'll wrap this one up. So if you have any more questions. Oh, there's Mr. Rude Boy. Hey Rude, how's it going? Okay, there you go. The recommendation from the Hensa. Oh yeah, the history of swear words could be entertaining. I think I might check that out myself. Yeah, I know. I saw the picture. He should be good value as host at least. Hey, Rude. Yeah. Have you subbed to my wrestling channel yet? It has indeed. It has indeed. I'll put the link. Okay, that's the link for my wrestling channel for those you haven't subbed and want to. Yeah, I do. Possibly gonna do a Royal Rumble stream tomorrow. It's because I was starting to do wrestling reviews anyway on this channel. Oh, thanks. Cool. And I decided, yeah, I might as well just start a channel for it. Okay, couple more minutes. Any more questions? Like I said, I think next time I'll probably do this on a theme. Yeah, that's fair. It was bizarre watching WrestleMania last year in like a performance center with no crowd. That was just weird. I tend to have a downer on modern wrestling anyway. I don't watch a lot of modern stuff. Occasionally, I'll watch one of the big WWE events, and sometimes I'll watch like a Japanese show and some AEW, but I haven't seen that much. Thanks, Mohensa. Take care. See you soon. Yeah, but strange times. Okay, I think I'll round this up now. Thanks, everyone. It's been a good one, and I'll see you guys again soon. Yeah, I agree, Rude. I think the art has been lost, sadly. Thanks, guys. See you again soon. Good night.